on my best days, I can hit a 1-foot drive.
1-foot drive. U.S. Open week. The boys are fired up. Szabo, Duval, Iannone. This week, we're going to skip the Canadian, but Tony's got one thought, so we're going to hear it. We got Think Like a Pro, getting ready for a major is our next segment. Then we got the standings, the final picks before possible punishment. I did my 9-hole routing, or my 18-hole lefty par 3. Do I have any money? We're going to get into that.
Wow.
And then player pretender, we're at 0. We're going for 1. So depressing.
Just like we're player pretender 0. Okay, on to the next.
We're at 0. We got smart.
God.
So anyway, so how's the weekend, boys? Tony, how was your weekend?
Very good, very good. Great weekend. Had a lot of fun at the old East Aurora Music Fest.
Mm.
Gotta love a town with an open container law, boys. Gotta love it. But yeah, that was a good time, and yeah, I got a bunch of golfing, and
You're golfing every weekend now. This is fantastic.
I'm trying to play more, man. I'm trying to play more.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
We promote golf in our shop, so yes, absolutely.
Making a point of it.
I love that.
How about you, Andy? You feeling better?
Yeah, I'm feeling better, man. I'm back at it. So we had a nice weekend, low key. We had a little daddy-daughter Saturday night. My wife was out with the girls, so we got some ice cream and hung out, watched a movie. Yeah, it was fun, man. It was fun. Yeah, it was great.
What movie?
Great. We watched Zootopia.
Oh, I heard that's good.
Yeah, it's
can't go wrong with the Pixar, right? It's a Pixar.
I'm not sure, but it was what I saw of it was solid.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good. It was good. It was nice. So, Mike, how about yourself?
Good. I think the weekend was a blur. You know, the club was hopping, so the days are melting together, the weeks are melting together. Before you know it, we'll be figuring out what Christmas shopping is happening. So yeah, time is flying. It was a good weekend, though, from what I remember. I'm sitting here desperately trying to recall what happened, other than we lost power at the club on Sunday. Was a massive storm came through.
Oh, wow.
So that made Monday just one hell of a day, as we had an outing and we still didn't have power, and it is what it is. It's what we do, right? We just make it work. We figure it out.
Just juggle.
Figure it the F out and keep plugging, baby. So that's what we do. Yeah, that's about it. So we had the Canadian Open, or I don't know what the heck it's called anymore, but it was a Canadian tournament up the street in Toronto. Tony, you said you had a thought. Let it rip, buddy.
You know, I just gotta say, I apologize to Wyndham Clark. We really were hard on him on this pod. He absolutely redeemed yourself, sir.
Absolutely.
With the Jack Hughes USA jersey in Canada. Like, what an epic way to and he made a birdie. Like, let's go. I'm not a huge patriotic person, but man, anytime you can dunk on Canada like that, that was fantastic. So, yeah, good on you, Wyndham. You're quickly becoming one of my favorite people, so keep at it.
It was a nice scene. It was a nice scene. I think he made birdie on it was Friday and Sunday or something, or whenever he wore the jersey, and then he made one on Saturday and Sunday. I think he birdied 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4 days or something.
Yeah.
So that's wild.
You'll love to see it.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah, that's basically the only thing of the Canadian I saw. I think we each shared the clip at the same time. We're like, look. Yeah, it was pretty epic. I enjoyed it. It's good attaboy, Wyndham. Good work.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
what a treat.
Yeah. So that takes us to our next segment. Think Like a Pro. We got Major Week, boys. We got Shinny out on Long Island. Members widen the fairways back out to the original design. The USGA chose to cape it. And watching a little preview show last night, seems like the USGA wants to keep the greens around 11. So it'll be still Carnage, I think, just with the slopes and the greens. It was cool watching the 3D animations of it's a huge green, and then you take all the sloping off, and you're left with like this little sliver where they could put a pin. So that was pretty cool. Like number 3 at our club, there's 2 spots you can put a pin.
Yeah, there's
Number
2 hole
8,
locations.
yeah, that's what I mean. So it's just
Yeah.
like, I guess there's a lot of those greens at Shinnecock. I never watch it that closely. I mean, I watch the coverage in years past. We all know the number 7 debacle where they lost the green and things like that. But yeah, so it should be an interesting week. Duvall, we'll start out with you. What are your thoughts, and what do you got for getting ready for a major, and any thoughts you have for the U.S. Open this week?
Well, I was fortunate enough that a few years back I got to go out there and play. So don't start, Mike. Don't start. I was very fortunate. I got a 2-day stint over at National Golf Links, and then a day at Shinny. And I think this week is going to be a big week for landing spots around the greens. I think that the greens aren't going to be as fast as I believe they could be. I think 13 would be a pretty special number out there, and there would be some carnage for sure. But the wind's gonna be blowing. I know that they're like syringing the greens or whatever they're doing out there already this week, and they're gonna do it Thursday and Friday if need be. There's not gonna be a lot of rain, so I think, coming into a major week, coming into a lot of like undulated greens, and you're gonna have some pitches that like you're well below the green. Um, you're gonna be looking to probably leave the ball short of the green in a lot of misses, and just being able to like pitch up. Some of the false fronts, are gonna kind of run it back off the front, and you're gonna have to like pitch up over some of these knobs. So I'm a huge fan of the landing spot. We'll go back to that whole Tiger thing. He says he does use it, he doesn't use it, all that stuff. But controlling trajectory and just committing to a shot that you're looking to hit around the greens, whether it's bump and runs, whether it's the high soft pitch or like the spinners, being able, you can take this at home, being able to pick a landing spot and see it roll out, or see it, whether it's release or a little bit of spin, or if you want to hit the flop shot, just really visualizing that before each and every pitch, each and every, bump and run. If you get in between shots out there this week, you're going to see guys pitching it off greens. You're going to see somebody maybe trying to land one a little closer to the hole, and it comes in a little too hot, a little too low, and that ball is it's going to be 30 feet past the hole, like quick. They're going to be up on top of knobs. They're going to be, on plateaus. And if you're not spot on in your landing spots and your trajectory and spin control, it's just going to be a tough day for you, or a tough week for you. So, taking it back to the weekend golfer, just being able to consistently just pick your spot, commit to that. And if it gets us somewhere inside of like, 8 to 10 feet, that's really not a bad pitch. You get it inside of 4, great job. And just kind of rolling with it. These guys out here this week, I think, the fairways are going to be wide, so it's going to be a lot of shots coming from the fairway. If they do miss the green, or if they do miss the fairway, it's going to be kind of, gouging out of some very thick rough, and just getting it somewhere up close to the green. And those 30 to 50 yard pitches are going to be demanding for coming in with proper trajectory, proper spin, and just making sure that you have a good landing point to get it up somewhere close to the hole. I don't think you're going to see a bunch of guys just pitching it super close unless they're in the proper spot. If they're underneath the hole and they can run it up the hill, you're going to see some very good pitches. If they're out of position, just like anywhere else, we talked about like number 3 at Lancaster. If you're out of position on that hole, like you can pitch that thing off the green like that. So if you haven't caught any of the coverage, leading up, I think that you would have seen a lot of guys just hitting a bunch of different shots from around the green. They're hitting a lot of bunker shots, trying to figure out, how much the ball's actually going to release, how much they're going to have to play it above and let the ball, break off slopes and things like that. So it'll be talked about throughout the week. And it's probably something that, I would highly recommend for the weekend golfer. The guy playing league once a week and things like that. Just, listening to some of the commentary and watching some of these guys hit certain shots in there, and seeing where they're landing it, and just, trying to leave it on the proper side of the hole, or, even playing away from the hole sometimes to get it into like 10 feet isn't a bad play. Just to have a chance so you don't run it off the green, or, leave yourself something that's just, somewhat unmakeable. So I think that's going to be a tough week for the guys out there on tour, and, listen in, take it all in. It'll be a nice learning process.
What's
Tony,
what's a good way, would you say, for guys to practice, I guess, in these uncomfortable situations, with these pitch shots that you're describing?
I mean, I always like to go out and just try to like put something down on the green, and just not even play to a hole. Just try to land the ball by a tee, or like on a towel. If you have 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and you're looking to practice short game, don't necessarily go over and just try to pitch the ball to 3 feet, or like
Yeah.
at a pin. Take, even if it's like a thick, if you're just off the green and you've got a thick lie and you kind of tap it down, think about how you would play that shot and where you would land it. Like, you may be bumping and running it, and it may only be, 8 feet in front of you, 10 feet in front of you, that you're trying to land that first one, and then spread it out and, take it back 15, 20 yards and put a tee down and just try to land it by the tee. Think about like, oh, I'm going to hit it a little bit higher, and I'm just
Yeah.
going to try to land it by the tee, and just kind of see how the ball releases if you land it close to that. And you're going to know, right? Like, guys are going to know if, if they're looking to hit a higher shot and they just happen to take it in a little lower and it lands by that tee. That's great, because you've got it by your landing spot, but you're going to see that ball kind of, maybe skip a little bit and release a little too far from what you're thinking. And you're going to know when you hit that. Like, the 20 handicapper knows if he's trying to hit it high and it comes out low, crap, like they know they hit it low. I think that's like a great way to be able to do it. And I think that it's also just using different clubs, taking a 56 instead of a 60 and hitting like your standard pitch to a tee.
Mhm.
And then knowing that it's going to be mid-flight, or, something to that extent. And then taking your pitching wedge and saying to yourself, hey, I've got a pin that's all the way in, I'm thinking in my brain, I got a pin that's all the way in the back. This is going to come out a little bit lower, but I'm still going to try to land it on that same spot. And the trajectory may be a little bit flatter, which is fine. But if you can sit there and just like take that pitching wedge and land it in the same spot that you did your 56, you're going to kind of see that ball release a little bit, and it just gives you a couple more shots around the greens to give you the comfort level, so you don't have to like try to take your 60 and fly it there, or like try to take your 60 and hood it and get it back there. It gives you an opportunity to just have a couple more shots in your arsenal, and get to different flag sticks, or anything like that, get it up slopes or land it a little bit higher so it doesn't chase as far. That's a big one for me. You don't have to go to pins. You don't have to. But the nice thing is, once you do that, then go take 9 shots, take 3 balls and for 15, 20 minutes, land it with different spots, and then go to a hole, drop your balls and be like, okay, my tee's right there. I'm hitting the 56. I'm going to try to land this so it does release to the hole, or it does spin and stops by the hole. And just kind of take that results out of it when trying to get it close to the hole, and just hit those shots to your marks. And you'll just start to get a lot of feel from that as you move forward.
Love that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tony, what do you think? What you got for us this week?
Yeah, so I was thinking about, so we had our first no-name match for our bracket, and that's a really fun format. If you've never played high-low before, I would recommend checking it out. It's really, really cool if you got a foursome. High-low is a great way to get everybody involved. All 4 balls count, and it's a match play. So I was kind of in this match play mindset, and I was thinking about how in a US Open, especially in like this course in particular requires perfect golf. And we all know that doesn't exist, right? Um, so to have like the match play mindset in a stroke play event, um, I think is something that some of the best players do without even realizing it, and something I think we could all benefit from. Like I was seeing reels, and Ian Poulter came up talking about how golf will beat you down, and how hard it is mentally. I mean, this is coming from a professional golfer, but um I hear it from weekend golfers all the time that it's an incredibly frustrating game. You can think you have it figured out for 10 holes, 11 holes, and then boom, you hit a
She
nice
gone.
1 foot drive, and
Yeah, she gone.
she's gone. And then you question everything, and but I think it's easier in match play to put the last hole behind you and move on, and kind of reset. But if you can carry that with you in a um stroke play setting and a medal play setting, like I think that would go a long way. Like we see a lot of juniors around the club who are really good players, and they're trying to get to that next level of scoring. And to me, I just think if they could have a lot easier on themselves, if they could be a lot easier to themselves and nicer to themselves, and have that little bit of um you know quick memory, short memory, I think it would go a long way. And that's what you're gonna see out here this weekend. Like I've been watching back Brooks Koepka's win in 2018, and like he hits some really bad shots on Sunday and has to pitch out of that rough. And if he doesn't have that mindset of like, I'm gonna put that behind me and move on, and just execute as much as I can, and control what I can control, I don't think he comes away that day. Because you know a lot of guys were right there. Patrick Reed, Dustin Johnson, like um all those guys were playing really, really good golf. And I think Brooks separated himself because he was able to move on from mistakes quicker. Like with the other guys, you could see a tee ball get a stray, and that affect their next shot, and that putt that they get, they just jab it a little harder, and it gets away from them. And so I think just having a match play mindset, I think, would go a long way for the weekend golfer and these guys this weekend. So that was my thoughts for this week. It's going to be a lot of carnage, as Andy likes to say. So
I think there's going to be a lot of carnage this week, and
yeah.
I really do think that is a huge factor in a lot of it's like really anybody's game. Like I think you're right. You're spot on with the juniors. The juniors are like almost trying to play perfect, and like they're not supposed to make bogeys, and they're watching guys on TV that are professionals, that are playing this game for millions of dollars, and bogeys cost them a lot. And not making birdies on par fives, and not like we talked about a couple weeks ago, not stuffing wedges, things like that, where all of a sudden, they don't make a birdie on a par five, and they hit a bad tee ball, and it kind of snowballs, right? Like you just kind of see that, and you see it from, guys in some tournament play on the weekend. You see like members, and it's like there's so much pressure on, oh man, my score and this and what I'm doing, and all of that. And you're right. Like I loved match play because it didn't matter. Like it didn't matter. Like if I made a 6 or a 7, or like I was just like, oh okay, like I'm gonna pick up 6, 7. It was like, okay, like I'm just gonna go and birdie the next hole, or like I'm gonna go give myself a chance at birdie on the next hole. Like I'm one down. You know, like or I'm even, you know, I'm 1 up now instead of 2 up. It was such a freeing feeling when I was playing match play. Um, and I think that is such a huge factor for a lot of the juniors. And I think a lot of the guys end up losing it a little bit too. They only get a few tournament rounds every year. They don't want to have that like 6-7 type of situation. You know, and like, oh, I got a triple on scorecard, and next thing you know, there's a couple more bogeys, or there's trying to pound a driver on the next hole, things like that. So yeah, I agree with you. I think this week's going to be a massive test for that sort of situation, because I think like one double is not going to hurt you. You know what I mean? Like I think
Oh,
like
definitely not.
some bogeys like aren't going to hurt you out here this
No.
week. And it's just like, if you're in the mindset of like, oh man, I'm playing the US Open and like I got to shoot, you know, 68, 65, something like that. It's going to be a tough mentally draining week for you. So
For sure.
yeah, I appreciate that a lot. I like that, Tony.
What do you got, Mike?
Well,
Like, I can't wait to hear this. I don't know what it is, but Mike's just ready to fire. He's been ready to fire since like
Got
Sunday
something simmering
afternoon.
for
So
sure.
yeah, he's
no, I mean, I guess I'm going to take a different approach for getting ready for a major, okay?
love it.
So these guys, they got to get their diet right. They got to fast a little bit leading into it. They got to get lean and hungry, and they got to bring an extra suitcase that's empty. All right, because when you go to a USGA major, they roll out the red carpet and they make the regular tour events look shameful. So like the free swag these guys are going to get, you got to get there early. You got to check in and you got to hit the swag table. All right, and fill that suitcase. So like you've got to, this week, these players, they can get a custom leather belt, rain gear, custom putter covers, engraved divot tools, hat clips, dual-sided ball markers, leather duffel bags to stuff more stuff into, valuables pouches, embossed leather yardage guide. So, like, that's just some of the stuff, right? They also have gifting suites, unlimited access to apparel, tourney polos, layering pieces, hoodies. Just like, go ahead, boys, go ahead and load up. You know, Millar's in there. You just name the name, you know, you
Yeah.
get all that swag. Custom footwear, tour only shoes, take them. Gloves and balls stacked to the ceiling. Not that they usually aren't, but just nobody cares if you bring in a forklift and take them all. They really, really don't.
I love
So,
that.
like, they're like, that's, you got to fill a suitcase and you got to have an empty one and it's going to be cool. All right. I got to play in a pro-am at the Riv way back when, and I was lucky to have my dad in town, and he caddied for me. And, like, we come from a small town, and, like, his eyes were this big because they're giving away, like, a garment bag for traveling back in the early 2000s. That was big to have your garment bag. Shoes. This guy, he was going to take the wrong size of shoes because he didn't want to take the chance that they would ship him the wrong pair or that he wouldn't get it. He thought he was getting away with something. Like, I can't believe that they're giving me all this stuff and he's just taking it. He's like, I don't care. It's the wrong size. I'll get it exchanged somewhere else. I got to get out of here with it. Right. So like, you got to get your swag game on, go to these things. And then you talk about like the locker rooms. We know these guys are pampered. Like, it's great for the game. Like the state of art recovery, they got the hyperbolic chambers, they got the ice baths, hot tubs, the PTs on the medical staff. They got PTs. They got professional spa services. You get anything at a spa that you want, massage therapy, and if you're into it, you can get your nails done.
Love that.
They got people sitting there at the little chair, and oh, you want your nails? Yeah, you want a little USA flag nail job, whatever. So they got all that going on. So that's wild.
Go get it,
And then,
Wyndham.
and then the fasting comes into play because of the food. They have high level executive chefs at this joint. They got like the Montauk seafood buffet where it's the daily catch, hand carved right in front of you, swordfish, sea bass if you like that stuff, carving stations with a Wagyu beef brisket, um, just pork belly. I mean,
I wouldn't be
you
Okay,
able to
name it.
turn.
that's
You
enough.
name it. Then they got like the hummus, that kind of stuff. They got the farm and table light lobster mac and cheese, pastry bars where they got a pastry chefs. I mean, the players. I mean, I don't even know how you get to the first tee. Really, how do you
Yeah.
even play? You got to be so disciplined not to get in on that stuff. And then
Oh
the
my
last
gosh.
part, boys. The last part is about services. So, you guys been to Long Island?
I have.
Yeah.
I
So what do you got to
I don't
take?
think I
Route
have.
27. You got one road to get there.
LIE.
Yep. And so these guys, players and their managers, can get flown in by helicopter from all points, Manhattan, Jersey, all the surrounding areas. They get flown in by helipad to avoid the traffic on Long Island because it's going to be so brutal. And then they get access to all the mansions in Southampton or in Shinny that have private chefs. So, like, that's the major. I mean, I see Duvall right now. He's like ready to go sign up for any U.S. Open that he can go play in just to get to that food bar and the swag. Who cares what you shoot?
Oh
Get there and
my
load up.
god.
Load up. So that's what I had for getting ready for the major is that you just gotta
It's
you gotta be
it.
ready.
Listen,
You gotta be ready to
some
bring it. It's not about the
some of
golf.
these boys have some connections uh with some of the guys out in the Hamptons,
Yes.
and yeah, they're gonna be taken care of. That's for sure. Yeah,
Oh
they're
yeah.
they're gonna be okay when they're off property. They're gonna be okay, and yeah, it was a wild time. I was at the 18, I believe, or 16, whatever it was, the last time it was at Shinny, and
Mm.
it was a nightmare to get out there, but once you get out there, it
Can
was a
you take
treat.
a train from the city? Does a train run by
No,
it or no?
no, we actually, you know what? I gotta shout out Deepdale.
Yeah.
My old boss, he sent out a group, and Deepdale got us a car there and back. So they got us like an SUV for like, I think there was like six of us. So they took good care of us. It was great. We got tickets from a couple of the members, and we had some access. It was really fun. Like, that's why I said, like, some of these guys, some of the places they're staying, like some of the things that they're just gonna experience when they're out there is yeah, it's all first class. If there was more than, I don't know what's above first class. I guess the Hamptons. I guess you just call it the Hamptons. That's above first class. Like, it's out there, and a lot of these guys are well connected. So it's a cool spot. It's gonna be a cool spot for a lot of these guys, especially some of the young guys like Koiven. Like,
Yeah.
this is his last one. Like, he's getting taken care of. Somebody's got him dialed, and like he's gonna be getting his taste of like, oh man, this is what a major, and this is like what's going on. So, which I think is really cool. And all
Mm.
those guys, a lot of those guys are playing like the Seminole Pro-Am. So they've got some hookups from like the guys from Seminole, which a lot are, at Shinny and at Friars and at
Yeah.
Sabonic and like at all the ones that are out there. So it's an exciting week, The
Hmm.
Hamptons, like Long Island, like Shinnecock. Shinnecock's just cool. Yeah, so it's good for them, man. And they got to
Well,
get Mike, and they got to get gifts for like family and stuff and like friends. So
you
like
just
they have to get extra bags to put that stuff in.
oh
So
yeah,
the
the gifting.
USGA is doing them a service. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they're hooking it up. They go in there and just crush it.
Yeah,
Absolutely
for
crush it.
sure.
And
So
the AMs can get into it. They can go 1K in addition to the normal T gift. So, like at the beginning when I told you about all the duffels, so if every player in the field has access to like a duffel bag or any of that stuff, it doesn't count against their $1,000. All right, so they can get all those T gifts, and then they could just go into that gifting suite and drop a grand large if they want.
that's
Bang! Thank you.
what a treat.
And then, like, we didn't even talk about the majors, especially this for the Open because of the conditions. Every manufacturer has their trailers there, and they have their master club professionals on site for this to get the bounces right with the hard turf. Custom wedges are huge for this event because it's going to be a course that you don't usually play during a tour stop. So they're going to be in there grinding all the bounces down, trying to get those right for the guys. So you may have a guy walk out with 12 wedges.
Yeah.
One in each bounce, couple in each grind. It'll be wild what they're walking out of there with. So, yeah, caddies will earn their money this week. Practice round taken out. I remember Nick Price at the Heritage had like 48 clubs in his bag.
Yeah.
Trying out shit. The caddy's like, son of a bitch, during a practice round.
Oh, yeah.
That's a punishment for showing up late. You show up and Nick's got 5 drivers, 20 wedges, 2 sets of irons. Yeah.
Just trying to figure it out. Just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I just say.
I love it.
It's not much, I usually have 8 dozen balls in my bag. Sorry, bro. I guess you'll get here on time next time.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit. So, yeah, that was what I had, boys.
Nice.
Get your swag game on and bring it.
Love
What
it.
a
major.
treat.
It's a major.
U.S. Open, man. I really wish I would have qualified for one of those.
Still got time, Duvall.
Yeah, it's not too late.
Yeah, that's true.
Still
I
got time.
definitely. Yeah, those 76s I'm firing from the white tees out here at the public muni. It's I don't think that's gonna do it. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out here in the next couple of years.
All right. Very cool, boys. All right. Well, that wraps up our Think Like a Pro segment. All right, gents. We're back to our next segment, which is standings and picks. So after the Canadian, the standings right now are Duvall first place at 86.06. Very impressive. Tony in second at 37.95. And myself, I've hit the goose egg. I am at 0.
Mm.
So for our viewers out there who may not listen to every pod, first of all, you should. And second of all, these gentlemen were nice enough to allow me an ability to earn back money. So I'm a right-handed golfer, and they offered me a scoring grid if I went out and played lefty from our par 3 course. And for a bogey, I'd earn $50. For a par, it was like $250. Birdie was $500. If I was able to pull off a hole-in-one, $5,000. So we're going to, first off, we're going to get the bets from Andy and Tony. And then I'm going to report on my round and see if I have any money. I know I sent you guys a couple clips with the shot tracer. I got plenty of content, and that was a little sight into what was a very interesting round, which we'll talk about. So
there was no way. The one video that we got, which I thought was hilarious, was Mike just sends a video that says second shot on 9, and it looks like it's from the tee box, but it's like it's like right in front of the tee. 4
steps in front of the tee box. So I'll give you a little snapshot. I decided to try to hit driver on that hole.
Oh, God.
I wanted to try to run one up the hill because my other irons, it would just hit the real hill and roll back. So I'm like, even if I top it, I'm going to be in the same spot, right? So I figured out how to put a tee in that mat, and I took a swing. It was beautiful. It might have been my best swing of the day. We'll have to see it. And I went right under the ball and popped it straight up into the air.
Oh no!
And it went about 6 yards.
That is fantastic.
And the shot tracer's funny. It showed me hitting like this big pole hook. So Jack's laughing. My son Jack was doing the content recording, and he started laughing. He goes, "It has you all the way up on number 3 or something like that." And so the shot tracer didn't really work for that one, but
that's all right.
Yeah. So my second shot was from 6. I had 136 in, and my second shot was 130. So it was good.
That's
a little snapshot into my day.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well,
so anyway,
we know he didn't get any money there, Tony.
No, that's one hole we're safe on.
We're
that's
safe.
for sure.
Oh yeah. But I guess let's get into picks. Duvall, you want to rip it first?
I'll rip it. I'll get my one pick out of the way.
One bet.
Oh yeah, I'll get my one bet out of the way.
So brutal.
So I'm gonna start with my make the cut bet, and we're gonna go with Jackson Orman, the amateur from Rochester, Patrick Reed, Cantley, and Cam Smith. for plus 1758. I've got two more.
Make the cuts?
No.
Yeah.
No. I've got the next one is a round one top 10. It's Fleetwood, Scheffler, and Aberg
Scheffler's gonna fuck that bet.
for plus 6,000. I think so too, but I'm just gonna.
Just going to rip it.
And then I have a round 3 top 10 bet,
The hell?
and it's Fleetwood and Reed for plus 1,600.
Oh, that's nice. I like that one.
Just kind of, with a shot going into Sunday. And then that's it. That's all I got. I'm gonna do $100 on each.
That's so great.
Shocking.
Way to hang it out there, Andy.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, Tone.
Well, I'm going a little different route.
Oh, wow.
I think I've got 5 lottery tickets here I'm pretty proud of.
Let's go.
We'll start with my usual. We're gonna go top 10 parlays here, two person. First one, P. Reed and Jackson Subar for plus 6,000.
Wow.
Then we've got Jackson Subar and Gary Woodland for plus 12,000.
You want first place, huh?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And Gary Woodland and P. Reed for plus 4,500.
Wow. Wow.
Doesn't
Then
pay
I've
to sit on your hands, Duvall, that's for sure.
Wow.
I'm coming for you.
I'm okay with it. If you want to win, you can win.
I want to win,
You
man.
win, dude. Go ahead.
I want it.
Second place is winning. I'm cool with it.
100%. 100%.
True. I'm in a bad spot. We'll work here in about 3.5 minutes when I explain what happened.
Yeah.
All right.
Cannot wait for that. And then I'll take Matt Fitzpatrick for the par 5 winner at plus 6,500. And I'm also going to bet Wyndham Clark for the par 5 winner at plus 5,100.
Wow. You took Matty Fitz,
Yes.
par 5 winner. That's wild. I
All
like
right,
that.
Tony, what do you got? 500 on each?
No, just 100 units on each.
You guys with me. Unbelievable.
Second is first. Andy was right.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So, all right, gents. So, par 3, left-handed. At my first thing, I think I mentioned this, but just to paint the picture for the viewers, in case they want to guess at some of these questions at home as well. My set of clubs, which will have a picture out, was a ladies' left-hand rental set. Was all I could find that was left-handed.
From 1995.
And
By
in
the way.
this set, yes, it was 95. That's generous. And in this set, I had a 1, 3, and 5 wood. I had a 3, 4, 5 iron. Then I went to 9 iron. Then I went to lob wedge.
Wow.
That's what I was working with. And in desperation, I went to the Mizuno fitting cart and put a 7 iron together just to have another option. So yeah, I played the round with basically a 7 and a 9 iron the entire round in a putter. The putter was a Pro Staff mallet, and I think it was made out of like ping pong paddle material. It was very interesting. It was a very interesting feel when it came off the putter. So that was my equipment. Ari Dom, we were chatting before the round. He set the line at 3.5 for how many pars I would have.
That's a
So I
great
guess
line.
so the first guess, boys, did I go over or under 3.5 pars?
Wow. From the few videos that I saw, I think you might have just gone under. I'm taking under.
Yeah, I got to go under as well.
All right, sounds good. And then
Can I just say also, Mike was grinding on Monday, getting ready for this. He's
I was.
chipping, putting, hit some balls on the range. I was loving it. It was
I did.
fantastic.
It was the most. I practiced more for this than a section event.
Yes,
That's
100%.
A
that's
thousand.
hilarious.
I hit more putts and more. Ari's looking at me on the putting green like, "What are you doing with that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I got this thing I got to do." And then that's when we started chatting. So like, and then we got over to the range and he started trying hitting left-handed, and he qualified for the Junior Masters next week. And he took like 2 left-handed swing. He's like, "Oh God, my shoulder." He's like, something feels like it tweaked. Like when you start using muscles from the wrong side that you never used before, and you just start into it ripping. Like I sent you boys a text this morning. It took me like an hour to get out of bed. I'm not gonna lie. My shoulder blades, I got in my posture. When I look back, my posture was like a little hunched, and my head was kind of down. And I don't know why that I got in like a little turtle position when I was left-handed. And I'll tell you what, I just started being able to move my neck like side to side. My left arm, I think I pulled a bicep with extending through from the left side. My lower back, like shit that you don't use usually swinging left-handed. So that was ridiculous. But so this is a par 54, all par threes, right? Any ventures on what my score was? I got to give it to you all at once. I can't tell you. After this, I'll reveal what happened.
I think you shot 77.
Okay, so that would be maybe like 23 over
par.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll go 80.
All right. So my son Jack was with me. He shot 64, so he was 10 over. He had a couple birdies.
Nice.
I had 6 doubles. I had 6 bogeys, and I had 6 pars, boys.
What?
I shot 72 plus 18. And I earned
No way.
$1,800, suckers.
No way.
Oh my God.
Thank you, drive through. And I think I would have done better if I had an 8-iron. I came up short so many times. It was right on the stick, and it was just heartbreaking. You'll see the videos. I'm just like, no, I need 10 more yards. I need a mother effing 8-iron. Give me an 8-iron. I think I could have done a lot better. I think I could have beaten Jack. I think that challenge is going to come out. So,
that's amazing.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so there were 68 videos that were taken. I think on the doubles, once I got to 5, there's just Jack stopped recording. He's like, I'm done. The only hole I had a long putt for double on 9. Because, yes, my second shot went almost out of bounds. And then I chipped it on the fringe, sculled it somewhere, and then I had a putt. So, like, I just stopped at that. So, truth be told, that was probably like a 74. I gave myself 5 there, but that was probably like at least a 6 or 7.
But hey, that match play mindset, you're just going for skins, man,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 6 pars?
That's incredible.
And I probably blew it, Duval. I probably could have had 8. And I'll tell you why.
Couple 3 wiggles.
Well, because when I had birdie putt, I really wanted to make a birdie, like in a really
I
bad
bet.
way. I was, and a couple looks I had, like on 12, I hit a pin high and had like a little 15-footer, and it was yummy, man. I got after it. So, and I left myself like 4 feet coming back, and then with that putter, you want to talk about ridiculous? Like, I made a lot of putts though. When you guys see the video, I may take that putter with me for 60 footers. Because I cherried this putter in from 60 feet to like 3 or 4 feet. A lot.
Oh, wow.
I'm talking a lot. And it'll make you sick when you guys see the video, you're gonna be like, there's no way. There's no way. So I had and I really wanted to make a hole in one. I had a really close call on 6, like right on the flagstick. It was the perfect yardage. It was like 81 yards. So it was perfect for my 9-iron. And I scared it. It scared it. I was like, oh, man. And then that was one I went after. I think I made par there, though.
My Lord.
Well, actually, I can tell you.
Fantastic.
I have it right here. Yeah, I made par on 6. Yeah, I made bogey on 12. That was just dumb. That was me going for it. Where else did I do something dumb?
He's
Um,
gonna send $1,800 here, Tony.
That's crazy.
oh, so you guys probably want to know about picks. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, gents. Where are my picks? Oh, I happen to have them right here. All right. I wish I would have known you guys are going Patrick Reed heavy. I thought he was going to be off your radar. So I almost want to change it because when we all take somebody, it never works. But I'm going to stick with it just in case it does work. Everybody floats, right? So my first bet is a top 20. I got Reed and Rory, and I think that's actually going to be the final day pairing is Rory and Reed in the finals at the U.S. Open. Great TV.
Wow.
And I threw
Wow.
in there my boy. You guys didn't talk about him at all. I think this course is going to play like a Euro event a little bit. I think it's going to play like the Memorial, which was a couple weeks ago. Wide fairways, really tough green complexes, right? So I got my boy Terrell. Hatton.
I thought about taking him. And
Yeah. Not feeling it.
I don't know. I don't know why he always plays well in the like he's always playing well in the majors. I don't know why I didn't take him. I
Yeah.
really don't know.
Opens, he's a little combustible for opens.
Yeah.
But I think he's crazy enough. Like what was it, Oakmont? He was totally out of it, and then he went out and shot like 64 when everybody else was shooting 75. So like, he can make big jumps. So I got Hatton, Reed, and Rory for a top 20. That's plus 1,200. I have Patrick Reed for a top 10 by himself, plus 420. I got a top 30. I got Rory, Rom, Hovland, who's in good form, and Smalley, who's been playing very well in the majors and the tough courses this year. Even though he had an off week and he finished last at the Memorial, I think that was more of a fluke than it was an indicator of his game. So I went with those guys. That's a plus 882. I got another top 30 talking about guys that were in form at the Memorial. If my gameplay holds up, guys that played well at the Memorial, does a transfer to this course, kind of similar setups. Burns, Rose, and Siwoo for a top 30. That's plus 555. And my last bet, my only lottery ticket, round one, top 10. I've got Burns, I've got Siwoo, and I got Fatty Reed at plus 8111. So those are my bets. And I have that last one is going to be a $200 bet for the round one, top 10. And my other four bets are all 400 each. 1,800 all in. Good luck, gents.
Wow. So let me just think about this.
It's incredible.
So you've got to get to
I got to be faster than my friend to beat the bear, not get eaten. So I just got to get by Tony. I'd love first, but I just got to get past Tony.
What was the
so
who
you
was
have
the
to,
single bet? Patrick Reed?
Patrick Reed was plus 420 for $400.
So let me just make sure I understand this correctly. So
Yeah.
you're down 3,500, right? You're at zero, and then you
Tony's, here, wait, I have it. Hang on. Tony's at 37.95, and he's got 500 in play this week. So I got to get past 32.95 for a tie, 32.96 for a win. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of my 5 bets will do that if I win one of them. If I win the Patrick Reed solo bet, that's not going to get me to the promised land. So I probably messed that up. I probably should add somebody to the Patrick Reed bet to get the odds up now that I think about it.
Okay. So like, okay. So you don't have to get like, no, you would just be at zero technically. Okay, I get it. I was thinking
I don't know.
No, I was
No, go ahead.
I was thinking that if you were to rebuy for 3,500, you would have to get over 7, like you'd have to get like whatever it would be.
So you're saying I'm negative 1,800 right now?
No, that I'm not. That's what I was
Because I'm
asking. That's what I was
rebuying for that.
trying to figure it out. But you're not really rebuying because you got that. You like went out and got that money.
The
So yeah,
ability to earn money.
yeah. So okay, I was just
Yeah.
thinking in my brain.
Hey, I respect it. This is gonna be
It's
spicy.
Will
Yeah,
you
this is gonna
guys?
be really spicy because if somehow I end up in dead last at like
Oh my
8,300,
god.
I'm gonna throw up.
All right. So will you guys? Now that I just think through that, because I literally ran from the course and got here, will
Yeah.
you guys allow me to add somebody to the Reed top 10 bet to get the odds up, or am I stuck with that?
No, you can go ahead.
All right. Do you want to bring up odds?
Yeah. So what do you have? Reed,
Top
uh,
10.
outright, right?
Yeah, under the outrights. I got Patrick Reed, top 10.
Yep. Hang on. Where's Reed? Okay, so top 10. I
I'll
got
have
him at. I got Reed at top 10 at plus 340.
I had mine at 420. That's all right.
Hang on. Did you use DraftKings?
Yeah.
All right. Let me just see if it changed.
I have it at 340 as well.
Yeah, I got it at 340.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. I got a picture of it at 420. All right. Well, I will. No worries.
So okay, so
But I'm not going to have that bet anymore, so it doesn't matter. And I mean, these things change. Like when I was looking at it,
yeah,
it did not offer me top 40 bets. That's why
interesting.
all mine are top 30 because it said top 40. It said none available right now. So I was like, all right, well, that's
All
pretty
right,
bad.
so
So
okay,
I'll take Rory, or not Rory, Jesus,
Reed,
Patrick Reed, and give me Wyndham Clark, top 10. And we'll just see what those odds are.
plus 2,000.
Okay.
Yeah, mark that down. Plus 2,000.
Reed, and who did I take? Clark,
Clark.
top 10. 2,000, so that'll qualify me to get over the hump as well.
Great,
All right.
great.
Thanks for that, boys.
Yeah. No
You're
worries.
welcome. You're welcome. It was still on you.
Yeah, I didn't leave the segment or anything.
Yeah,
So
you didn't leave the scoring area. Like,
no.
it's all good. You stayed
So then
inside the white line.
I did. I very much did. So
I'm
yeah,
not gonna lie, I'm really worried. I'm actually worried right now. I don't know if it's because you ended up just spiking that last time or I'm really not sure. But I just don't like anything that's happening right now.
you could
So
have a very grumpy Father's Day if Tony hits and I hit.
oh my God.
It could be very, very Andy, what's wrong? Just gonna go to the deep end of the pool with some ankle weights.
Just give me a
Think about
couple.
life.
Let me go jump in the pool and give me 15 minutes and then come out and see if I'm okay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So thanks for the opportunity to earn some money, boys. And
Hell yeah.
I will we're doing some final editing, but we'll have the full round for view
Wow.
on YouTube very soon. For anybody who cares to watch me play left-handed, there is some
Can't wait.
on-course interviews during the round, pre-round, post-round.
I'm sad I wasn't there.
There's I thought it went as well as it could have with that set of clubs. I mean, I don't really know if I could hit it better with those. I mean, with the offset and the shaft and they were short. They were ladies sets, so they're undersized. So I'm bending over like some kind of, whatever.
Humpback.
Yeah, maybe that's why I got the hunch because the clubs are so dang short.
Yeah.
Should have been
I mean,
using that 3-iron.
I saw the setup. I was, I got my thoughts.
Yeah, I'd love it. We could do a segment on it.
I threw it into V1.
Ooh.
I got some stuff for you.
I didn't realize how flat. I kept it.
Ooh,
It was like super laid off.
it's really good. It's
Yeah.
actually really good one plane. Really
It
good one plane.
might be better in my right-handed swing.
It reminded me a lot of Mahan.
Oh, Hunter.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, might be a lot of mayhem.
Mm.
Liked it.
All
I like
right.
it.
Well, we'll see where the chips fall this week. U.S. Open final week. As of this pod, I did not have any DJ results
I did not either.
updated, so we'll have to hit that next week.
Let's see. Any
Be
chance?
a big week for that.
Any chance?
Yeah, I
Good
might
luck
have
to everybody in their major pools.
Man,
Sure, everybody's got their little office pools going.
Oh yeah.
Did you do one for Beat the Pro, Mike?
No, I was just thinking I probably need to.
Yeah, you got time.
Yeah, I got time. Probably do that tomorrow.
Little Beat the
Yeah.
Pro office pool.
what a treat!
Hell yeah.
Love it. Love it.
All right. Well, that wraps up our standings and picks segment, and that moves us on to our fan favorite, world famous segment.
Player or pretender?
With heartbreak, I share that we are at 0,
We're going-
as reported earlier in the pod. We are at 0. So, Tony, take it
That's
away. The floor is yours. With
You know,
sadness.
Every great journey begins with a single step, boys. So
Wow.
here's to a new run.
Wow. Yeah. What the fuck? All
That
right.
doesn't make me feel any better.
All right.
All right, I'm going dark. Go.
So we did a very quick chat about the Canadian Open, but we didn't even mention the winner, Mr. Bud Cauley. I know Andy's a big fan,
I am a big fan.
but guys got an interesting backstory. I don't know if you guys know, but after he missed a cut at the Memorial in 2018, he was the backseat passenger in a really bad car accident. Broke 6 ribs, collapsed lung, fractured his leg, concussion, the whole deal. He returned in October at the Safeway Open and qualified for the FedEx playoffs the following year and the next year. But so he ended up winning the Ben Hogan Award, which is Golf Writers Association of America presented to an individual who has continued to be active in golf despite a physical handicap or serious illness. Past recipients include Calvin Peete, Paul Azinger, Tiger Woods, Patrick Cantlay, and Gary Woodland. So it's a pretty cool honor. It's kind of like comeback player of the year for the PGA Tour. So I figured it'd be fun to grab some of those Ben Hogan Award winners and see if you guys can find the pretender, boys. So
Love it.
here we go. We have golfer number 1, Mr. Ken Green, born in Danbury, Connecticut, turned pro in 79 and joined the tour in 83. He won 5 times on tour between 85 and 89, including the Buick Open, the Hertz Bay Hill Classic, and the Deposit Guarantee Golf Classic. Represented the United States in the 89 Ryder Cup. 2009, he was involved in a recreational vehicle accident that claimed the lives of his girlfriend and brother and resulted in the amputation of his lower part of his right leg. Despite the tragedy, he remained active in the game and was co-recipient of the Ben Hogan Award in 2010. His best finish in a major was T3 at the 89 Masters. That's golfer number 1, Ken Green. Golfer number 2, Jeff Julian, born in Los Angeles, California, attended Berry College before turning pro in 88. Spent much of his career on the developmental tours and won the 97 Dominion Open on what is now the Korn Ferry Tour. After being diagnosed with ALS in 2001, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, Julian continued to compete, making 7 PGA Tour starts on sponsor exemptions in 2002. In recognition of his perseverance while active in golf, he received the Ben Hogan Award in 2003. His best finish on tour was T3 at the 2002 Buick Open. He don't believe played in a major. And golfer number 3, Tommy Raines, born in Mobile, Alabama, turned pro in 84, played collegiately at Auburn, He won twice on the Ben Hogan Tour in the early 90s before earning PGA Tour status through Q School. Following treatment for a serious neurological condition, he returned to competition and captured the 1998 Greater Vancouver Open on the Canadian Tour. His best finish in a major was T28 at the 94 PGA Championship. That's golfer number 3, Tommy Raines.
I may have jumped the gun on Raines. I thought he said Gaines, like Gainey, Tommy Gainey. That's immediately what I thought, but I think he's still good. I don't know. What do you think? Number one, we say is both good, right?
Yeah, Ken Green's good.
I think
I
I've
don't know.
heard of number
I'm
three
a little
versus number two.
I'm a little skeptical of this guy not playing in a major. I'm not gonna lie, with the Ben Hogan Award.
He had ALS. Never had time to get to a major.
That's true. That's
I
true.
don't know. I'm ripping two. I don't know what you want to do. You want to
Two's
talk
good.
about the three?
Two's good.
What the hell do we got to lose?
Let it fly, Tony.
Yep, two. Final answer.
Final answer. Womp womp.
Oh fuck.
Jeff Julian is
He's good.
he's good, and Tommy Raines is totally fake. Sorry, boys.
Good
That was
news
a
or
tough one.
bro?
We're no further behind than we were.
We sure weren't.
Match play mindset, boys.
Yeah, on to the next.
No, I'm still rattled from last week. I can't move on from it. Maybe next week I'll be back mentally after the big comeback win. Have another cigar in my hand.
Wow.
Hopefully
Great.
not. Hopefully
Yeah.
not.
Gotta tell you.
I know you two. Then it's a coin flip, right?
If
Tony,
you
we're both winning, Tony. Here, wait. I'm gonna. Here,
That
let
would
me
be
look.
amazing.
All right, let me see. It's gonna be. Tony's gonna get the Reed and Woodland bet. I'm gonna star it. I'm gonna get the Reed.
Wyndham.
Yep, I like that one. Just because we rigged it in at the last minute, I think that's going to hit and cause controversy. And I think the Burns is going to hit. Burns, Rose, and Siwoo. Those are the three bets that are going to take Duval down, and he's going to wish he bet more than 3 bets. And just, you had the chance, Duval. You had the chance. We're telling you now, you had the chance to bet like $500 on a simple plus 300 bet and do that a couple times. Super safe bets, and just kill us with your bankroll. Like we're doing lottery tickets trying to catch up because we have to. You could have just went with like, give me Scotty and give me Wyndham Clark for top 40 plus 250. Oh, and I'm going to bet 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
And just clean up.
Nah.
And just clean up.
Yep.
I'm very comfortable with where I'm at.
Comfort
Are you?
kills.
You didn't seem too comfortable.
I'm
Comfort
very comfortable.
kills.
Very comfortable.
Along with speed. Speed kills, comfort kills.
I'm very comfortable. I'm gonna take my. What am I at? 8,300.
Yeah, I'll put that if that's what you think you are. No, you're at 86.
Yeah,
86.06.
If I end up more than doubling my money at 8,300 and I lose, that's tough. That's a tough break, buddy. That's a tough break.
That is a bad beat for sure.
It's a tough break. Like, I mean, it's a bad beat. You know,
It is. It is. Hey, strategy. Everybody has one.
So
We don't know. We'll know next week at this time if it worked or not.
I agree.
Can't wait, boys.
Yep.
Well,
What else? What else?
I gotta bring this up.
Do it.
I sent you guys a couple of messages. What are we doing? What is Rory McIlroy doing on any mic talking about the PGA Tour anymore? I'm not sure if anybody else, fan base out there, listen.
Can you explain it? I didn't watch it. I didn't get a chance to click it yet. I clicked it once and my phone froze and it wouldn't play the video. So I have not seen it yet.
So basically, Rory, they were talking about. I'll give you kind of a quick outline. They were talking about the changes that are being made on the PGA Tour. So there's some events that are going to be they're stripped. There's a couple events that they're trying to build into like some of the major cities. But now it's basically going to be like a tier 1 and a tier 2 PGA Tour. And then you're going to have Korn Ferry. So they start talking about like schedule and what he thinks is going to happen and some of the changes. And Rory's like, tier 1's going to be whatever. And then like tier 2 is just going to be a glorified Korn Ferry event. Like just comes right out and just like, yeah, it's a glorified Korn Ferry Tour. And like some of these events are just going to be gone because they're, it's probably some of these sponsors are not going to pony up 30 million for the purse. And it's just going to be, whatever. And then he's like, the economy of PGA or of golf, of professional golf, with Liv coming in and putting up all that money, he didn't see anything wrong with the PGA Tour before. He said basically what they were doing was they put in a bunch of money and built up all these purses and everything because they had to like keep talent from going over there. So here's my thing. They talked about, the Live guys going over and taking a bunch of money, and that's the reason why they went over. Well, I mean, the PGA Tour kind of did the same thing, and now it's going to be like a non-inclusive tour. Like it's basically like, hey, we're gonna have this group, and then we're gonna have this group, and well, sorry boys, if the second tier is just kind of gone and you guys lose some events, like it just is what it is. I don't know how that sits with you, but to me, that's not the old way of the tour. So he said there was nothing wrong with the way the tour was before, but it's not going back to the old tour. Sure, some of the purses may, but it's not going back to the old tour. There's
Also,
still,
like,
yeah,
if any, he's the one who benefited the most from the whole situation. And like, how do you, how could you be less grateful for, like, if nothing else, at least there was a disruption? Like,
yeah.
what? Yeah, I don't know what he's like.
He's
Is
just
he
like
just trying to mess with people? I don't know. Like,
yeah,
he's
I'm
pulling a
not,
Tiger and just saying he chips to a spot and then he doesn't, or I don't.
yeah, I'm not really sure. It just it just seems like every time there's something that happens, like there's this like change in landscape. It's like Rory just comes in and just shoves both of his feet right down his throat.
Yeah, like,
I mean, he was so nonchalant about how the tour is just going back. Like, oh, I didn't think there was anything wrong with the tour. But like, obviously, I mean, I get it. People left, but they've changed their whole dynamic. Like they've gone from nonprofit to a profit now. So like, where does, he's made a bunch of money, don't get me wrong, and he's got a piece of the tour, and so do a lot of guys. But like, if you lose all that money, you're losing money yourself. So like, not just him, like guys who are on the brink are losing money because purses are going to change and like tournaments are going away. And now I get there's some offset to expenses and the balance sheet and all of that stuff. Totally understand that. But I mean, he was just so nonchalant that like, oh yeah, it's just going to be like, it's just going to be a glorified Korn Ferry Tour event. Like, what are the PR guys do? What are the PR guys thinking about this when that just came out of his mouth? Is there going to be some cleanup down the road or what? Like,
that is
I
the
know,
wild
Mike, you
thing
haven't
about
seen
golf,
it, but
like, there's no PR
No.
people for the team to like school you on like what not to say. And
I guess I have to watch it. I mean, you explaining it to me, it doesn't seem that bad. It doesn't seem like Rory was lying. I think he was very upfront and truthful about what's happening with the tour. So, like, I don't see where he stuck both feet in his mouth, other than it might be impolite to call them second rate tour events, but that's what they are. So he's calling a spade, kind of.
I get
Um,
I get that. I
yeah.
just don't think that as your number one talking player on the PGA Tour who's like gone out of his way to talk about live and insert himself to doing whatever, like maybe just like a little bit more. Like Scotty Scheffler was talking about how there needs to be more ways and like routes to get people out on tour, and there needs to be more avenues. Like this is Rory just kind of came out and was like, yep, there's really not that many avenues to get out there. And if you do get out there, you're probably just going to be playing on the second tour, and it's not really anything to like shake a stick at. That's the way that I took it when I listened to him, saying that. I just figured he would have came out and said it maybe in a little bit more of a grace, like with a little bit more grace, like, hey, yeah, we're probably going to have this and that, not just some of, some of these sponsors aren't going to pony up 30 million, and these guys just aren't going to be playing for whatever. And sorry, the event's gone. I just don't see that being good for business.
So without looking at it more, we'll just call it the secondary tour, like the second tier, right?
Yeah.
If they win, do they still get PGA Tour perks? Do they get to move up to the next tour? Is there a reshuffle? Like right now, they have the reshuffle coming out of Q School, or at least they did. If you're in the top half, you get the priority on the California swing, and then it flips over, and then the other half gets priority on the Florida swing. Like, do we know enough about it yet, or is it just infancy?
No, but I mean, even now, like, there are guys that are only getting like 2 starts at the beginning of the year. Like some of these guys aren't getting starts until, I mean, because if you think about it,
this should help them in this theory.
Not really, because there's not
tier 1 guys aren't going to play tier 2 unless it's a sponsor that's saying, hey, you got to go play this tier 2 event.
Yeah, but there's still going to be, like, the way that I look at it is, if you look at like the signature events now, it's almost like a first rate and it's like first tier and second tier.
Absolutely,
because if they're gonna get rid of Sony, so then they're gonna go right to either the Farmers, which is that I don't know if that's a signature event. I'm not sure if Farmers is a signature event, but like if you start the season out, it's like Farmers and the one in Palm Springs are the only 2 non-signature events. Like Riv, Scottsdale, and Pebble, are like, so in the first like 5 or 6 events, these guys are going to get 2 starts, and then when you move into it, they're going to get a start at the Honda, and then. That's really all they're getting.
So if I'm a journeyman, and I don't know how this is going to work, but if you have your thoroughbreds playing signature events, pretty much only, like I could see Rory, for example, if there's 12 signature events, he's going to play in 16 events. He's going to play the 12 signatures, 4 majors, going back to Europe, peace, right? So if that leaves me 12 to 15 other events on a tier 2, where I got to go beat up on Hunter Mahan, Brant Snedeker to get my status.
Are there that many though?
We don't know. It's a hypothetical, right? I don't know how many events there are going to be, but but in an effort, you can't have everything be a signature event either. You got to have a second layer, because if everything's important, like for ratings and to make people watch golf, like if every week is a signature tour event and they're hyping it up to be the most important thing, as soon as you make everything the most important thing in the world, then nothing's now important. The people become numb to it. Oh, it's a signature event, whatever. But now if you have, hey, it's the Detroit Open and it's a tier 2, maybe there's a couple people watching it, we'll be picking people or whatever. But now if they go like 2 or 3 weeks in a row of tier 2 events, and all of a sudden there's a signature event, it's like, oh shit, hey, the big boys are playing again. I got to watch. It's going to spike ratings.
See, and here's my thing. I'd be very interested to see how that works, because if you think about the way the schedule works, like if they start the second week of January, it's like February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So there's 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
That's 28 events, and 12 of them are signature. Four of them are majors, and then 4 at the end of the month, or 3 at the end of the month are cut down to top 75, 50, and 30. So
it
now
leaves you
you
left
have
two.
19 out of your 28 events are signature or first tier events. And then you have 8 other events for the rest of the year, or 9 other events for the rest of the year.
Some of those will have, like, if there's a signature event, you have something in Dominican, right? So you'll have some weeks where there's 2 events going on.
Sure.
So,
So there's
so
10
they'll
so
have,
there's 10 events.
yeah, so there's 10, 11 events. Yep.
Like that's just wild to me.
Yeah.
I just think that because
I,
now if you're
yeah, I
only
don't,
getting 10 starts to play, like playing with a PGA Tour card, and you have full status,
yeah,
I mean that's
go play good.
that's
How many
absurd.
chances do you need? How many chances do you need to prove that you're a good player? Do you need 28 chances?
Well, I
You'd
mean,
like 28 chances. 28 is
just
better than 10.
think about the
But if
way the
you beat
tour
the second
always
tier,
has been. Think about the
yeah,
way the tour always has been. You
yep,
would get, if you had full status, you would
uh-huh,
get 18 to 22 starts unless you just played god awful. And you may
sure,
lose a shuffle, but you're still going to get some starts.
got it.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's like the old PGA Tour.
But
So
you're
if you
playing
sit,
best. So what's your realistic chance? So if you're a journeyman and you just got your toe into the PGA Tour, yes, you might get 22 starts, but you're playing against all the big boys every week who've played these courses multiple times. They have their yardage book from 10 years ago. They know every angle. They know every nook and cranny, and you're seeing it for the first time. Like, are you competitive?
I would much rather have 18 to 22 starts than I would like 8.
No,
like
but I'm just talking about the field you're playing against. If you have,
I
if I
totally,
have, if I have 12 starts versus journeyman guys like me who are all looking for your weekly lottery ticket, I'd rather go try to get a lottery ticket against a tier 2 field and then get some status if it works that way.
yeah.
If you're telling me, okay, you can have, well, it's not really fair because signature events are like guaranteed money, and as soon as you get there, it's really hard. You have to play really bad to lose your status in signature events, right? Unless you're Ricky Fowler and you get all these sponsor exemptions. Conversation for a different time. But
Just,
if you
ooh,
if
just an
if
errant
you're giving me a
strike.
choice, I think I'm going to play 12 tier 2 events, and I think I have a better shot of earning my tour card than the old PGA system, which was I'll give you 22 shots, but you got to play against the best in the world every week.
Yeah,
I think I think
I
I want
I
more lottery
I
tickets.
disagree. I
Yeah,
disagree
same.
wholdheartedly.
I don't
Only
know.
That's
only
that's
It'll just
only
be
that's like
because
interesting how
7
they
more
set it up.
times you can catch a hot putter. That's like
it's
7 more times that you
But
can
you get
backdoor
12
a
plus the
cut, and
majors, so you got 16. So
yeah,
you're
but
not
you're
that
not
you're
far
going to
not
get
off.
a major.
automatically in those if you're
You're not
just on the
automatically in.
fringe.
You're not automatically in when you're in the signature events either. How many signature guys had to qualify for U.S. Opens and shit like that? Everybody was in Ohio after the Memorial.
I don't think so, because if you're in the top 50 in the official golf world, it's like the same criteria, right?
Yeah, if you're
Yeah,
inside the top,
So if you're making
no, but
signature events, you're qualifying for majors.
no, boys, because signature events are 70 or 90 players depending on the field.
So
So you're not going to have the top 50. You don't automatically have top 50 status to go into a signature event.
so
You
you're going to
do for the
get.
majors. So you got 20 or 30 guys like this year. You go and look at the U.S. Open sectional qualifiers. You'll see the names. I can't think of them offhand. I don't want to start saying wrong names, but I was shocked by the guys like Max McGreevy. I know he was in it. There was the dude that picked up his coin in the playoff and lost his alternate status. He's a regular tour player. Like there's guys that
Oh,
are
there's
in signature events.
definitely guys that aren't in, but
Yeah,
that's even
to the
less.
point,
That's even less of starts. So
right?
that's like you're saying that you're going to get 4 majors, but like you're not. So you're only going to get
if you get
like
a win, you go to Augusta. You have a better chance to get a
I,
win in those 12
You got
off-season tier 2 than you do
you got a better chance
signature.
of winning out of 22 events than you do 12. I like
yes.
you get 10 more
It depends on
starts.
the competition. You're going to go play Scotty every week?
but you're like, I understand
Yeah.
that, but like, I just don't think, like, even Tiger would only play 14 events. So
Mhm.
like, and I get it, you're playing Tiger,
I
but
think
it's
especially now, like opportunity is so much more important than like the strength of the field you're playing, because anyone can
if
be
you're playing out there, you should be
4
able to have
days.
a chance. Like, sure, if there's somebody at the bot, like, there are always going to be guys that aren't playing or that don't play well and lose their card. It's part of like it's part of merit. But
Yes.
like, you're talking about like Aaron Rye. You're talking about Bud Cauley.
Yeah.
You're talking about
Those guys are great examples.
of
Bud Cauley just won a second tier event.
agreed, but he's been playing all of the signatures. And he's had chances to win in a lot of
Mhm.
those signatures. So like, he's a guy who got hurt, came back, like, and has made his way through,
Yeah.
where he's
I don't
still
have a laptop to look it up, but you're making the argument for me because those guys had to start out lower tier events to
100.
earn their way into the signature. So it's the same concept we're talking about.
I mean,
In theory, if that we don't know how they're
because
doing
it
it.
only started 2 years ago.
Yeah, but they still had to earn their way into signature events. Unless you're Ricky,
I,
you get, you know,
and
you gotta start somewhere. If you're number 112 in the world, you got to go get status. You're not into signature events, so you got to go
yeah,
play second tier events to earn your way.
I get what you're saying, but like, I disagree. You can say that I'm
Yeah.
making your point, but like, sure, if you're outside of the signature events, yes,
Yes,
you play your way in, but
correct.
like, you're looking at like somebody like Joel Dahman, who ended
Mhm.
up having a high enough finish that he got into a signature and then hasn't been able to play anymore other than the one he got a sponsors exemption into. Like, he's won multiple times. He's a little,
Yeah,
he's out of his, he's like out of his prime, or he's just not playing great. But like, you're talking about having, you look at somebody who won a major for the first time that was a rookie, or you like, he
sure,
played his way in, but like, he won a major, he now has an opportunity because he got a major start, or
correct.
he wins. Like, you look at somebody like Russell Henley. He won at Arnie's place. He's won at some of
Or
these, like,
signature, yes.
that are signature, like, great events. You go
Yep.
back into the day and listen to how many guys have kept their card, and then because they got 28 starts, they played well enough to where they got 28 starts. Some of
Yeah.
these guys, play well, don't get into signature, and take 3 weeks off and then have to bounce it back and go in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand where you're coming from. I think that it's
Yeah.
ridiculous that there's going to be like a small tour that's
Yeah.
almost like a mini, that's like a minor league tour
Yep.
with less starts
Yep.
to try to get up
Maybe.
and get in there. Oh, I think
Maybe.
it's definitely going to be less starts.
Well, they
I
have
don't
the whole fall run too to get status that big boys don't play in either. So you can have those events.
agree.
I
And
think a lot of this. I think it's a good conversation for whenever we see the schedule and see when it's developed. Because right now we're kind of pissing each other's Wheaties over hypotheticals that we don't exactly
yeah,
know because they don't
100%.
have details over. But I think in the theory, I guess I would wrap it up with like, I don't mind it. I like to see how it actually plays out, but I don't mind it. And they're almost taking like a baseball approach. And you said it yourself, like minor league. So the PGA Tour is now going to be like single A, double A, triple A. You earn your way up. I kind of like it, but we'll see how the
Isn't
schedule goes out.
isn't that what America's Tour and then Korn Ferry Tour is? Like,
Yeah, they're just adding another level because of the money. So they're cutting it over. I think
yeah.
I don't know.
I just
I look at it the other way. I think it's going to give guys more opportunity because now in those second tier events, they're going to be 144 and you're going to have more guys into them, right? They're not going to be limited 70 player fields. Maybe they will. Once again, we're hypothetical world, but
no,
I
but
think
even
once it
if they're
comes out,
Yeah.
It'll be good to talk about for sure.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I just think that if you start to tier it up like that, that
Hmm.
guys end up, if they're on the brink of tour
Yep.
and then they're playing Korn Ferry, you're
Yep.
now asking guys to make decisions on whether they want to stay on the Korn Ferry to gain their card, or if they want to move up. And like that sort of situation, like, you want opportunity, totally understand. I understand where you're coming from. I just think that it's
Yeah.
it's a tough merit situation to go on when you're not getting that many starts, and it's almost like they're locking in
Well, we don't know.
72. No, but I'm just saying they're locking in 72 guys from signature events
Yep.
that are just going to kind of keep their card, like,
Not
or
necessarily. You play bad in those signature events, you get regulated.
agreed.
Yep.
But like you're talking, so let's just say
Maybe they have
60.
a reshuffle.
Let's say
They
60
have
of
a,
those guys keep
yeah,
their cards,
and then
and
they pull. Yeah, you have
12,
60, and you pull 30 from the tier 2 to play in the signature event.
I don't know.
We don't know how they're going to set it up.
Yeah.
That could be smart. You have 50 or 60 in the signatures that are autos, and then everybody else is playing tier 2, and they have 30 spots for the upcoming signature.
Yeah, I think it would be great if they open the field up from like 80 to like 120
Yeah,
for the
who knows? They
signature
may.
events. I think that would be great, because then
Yeah,
it would give more guys an opportunity. I just
yeah.
I don't like the thought of having full tour status and not being able to have enough starts to keep your card.
No, you would keep your card. You would just be a tier 2 card.
Yeah. I'm
You could
just
be on
saying that
tier
if you have
forever.
5
You'd be
bad
tier
weeks,
2 forever because you're just not good enough, and you'll still make a good living. You'll still have a PGA Tour card. You'll still play majors when you qualify, but yeah, not everybody's good enough to be a signature player unless you get a sponsor's exemption, Ricky.
just catching strays, man. Rookie just catching strays. So,
Tony just
anyways, it'll
I'm
be
like,
interesting. It'll be fun to talk about,
no,
towards the
it
end of the
will.
year when it
No,
comes out.
I'll be very interested how they form it. These things will change like a pair of socks. Every day will be a new format. They'll use these guys like Rory to float out an idea to the general public, into the media talking heads to talking about it, and then they'll listen and they'll come back in. Then they'll call Switzerland to see if Tagger's available to see what he thinks, and then they'll go back and think some more, and it'll change a billion times before it's
Yeah.
official. But I don't mind less events. I just they become more important when there's less events.
I
I mean,
don't know.
how many times are we on this podcast picking winners, picking bets, and then we roll back and we've dummied it down to our first segment to have one thought from the tournament from the weekend. And we sit here and we're like, "Hey boys, how much golf did we watch?" And Tony's like, I saw a couple reels." And I'm like, "I watched zero." And Duvall's like, "Yeah, I watched all 3 rounds from my
I,
swimming pool
I
with
mean,
a
yeah.
with a."
Like,
But seriously, how much are we watching unless it's a major or unless it's something important?
and
We're not watching a lot of golf, right?
I completely understand that. I think
Mm.
that there is a dedicated viewership that on
Oh yeah,
Saturday and Sunday there
correct.
are watching PGA Tour events. And yes, it's nice to see Scotty and Rory going back and forth and stuff like that. I just think that back in the day, if you're going to roll it back to the old PGA Tour, that there was 154 guys or 144 guys, whatever it was. And sure, 12 of them had absolutely no chance of winning because there was like some random sponsors and like maybe a couple Monday qualifiers and whatever. But like, you had 130 guys that were vying for 125 spots, for tour card, and you made good money. You had like a solid, you made it. You had a solid career. You could stay within
Did
the top 100. Like,
did they, though? I mean,
I mean,
how
if you
far
look
back?
at baseball, how many guys are on in a baseball lineup each week?
Until
20,
the
what,
tie,
25?
Yeah, until the Tiger boom came in 2000, they weren't making a lot on the PGA Tour.
But that's what I'm saying. Like we're
So
we're
like back
talking like
old school
two,
PGA Tour.
2000 plus.
guy-
Old school now, Mike, is 2010.
I
Like
know.
we're
I
old.
hear it's
We're
classic music on the radio. Classic rock. That's Pearl Jam. I'm like, oh, that's fun.
old. Yeah.
Thanks.
So,
Yeah. All right, boys.
anyways, all right.
Anything else?
I'm glad Tony chimed in a bunch. It was
Yeah.
great.
I thought.
Are you moving? Is he frozen?
I'm here. I'm here.
I don't know how many. I don't know how many Ricky jabs it was going to take for him to jump in, but I apparently didn't get
He just
to the right
went.
spot.
Nah.
Yeah, just a continual stab. Just watching his boy getting carved up.
Oh man,
I'll let you guys duke it out about hypotheticals all night.
I love
That's
it.
all you.
I love it. I
All
love
you.
it. All right. What a treat. More golf
Let's
is better.
go, Bets.
More golf is better. Good luck, guys. Mike.
I can hit a one for drive.
Herring.